Welcome back to Black Clover Anime Review, episode number 10. Yep, this time I'm viewing the 60th episode of the anime for Black Clover, which is Defectors Atonement, and the 183rd chapter of the manga, The Rampaging Bull Joins the Showdown. Yeah, two really awesome stuff related to Black Clover. First, let's talk about this episode, adapted from chapters 88 to 91. Yep. We have a little bit, basically, of the Asia, Noelle, Vanessa, and Fenrir, their fight with Fauna. That's basically at the beginning and the end of the episode. Excuse me. The whole episode is basically two major fights. First, it is Zell, Doma, and Morella taking on the Diamond Army. Now, they do have let the characters Letros and Mars here. They don't actually do anything until like toward the end of the episode. And of course, Morella basically, because she's a woman, she's able to command a whole legion of witches, a good like almost 100 of them. They take out pretty much almost the entire army in a matter of minutes. And of course, Meteor takes out the commander within just a minute. And pretty much after the whole army is defeated, well, most of the army, it's like a few left, and Letros basically goes nuts, tries to take on Zell. And of course, he does do fight for a little while. Then all of a sudden, he does his 1 million lasers attack, which takes out pretty much a lot of the witches in this immediate area. There's probably more witches. Takes out a good number of them. But Zell is able to protect his wife, Domina, from being killed. And of course, Letros basically goes to try to kill her. He just basically picks her up. He's about to basically hit her with one of his abilities. And then Mars basically throws his sword right in front of it, basically turning against him and becoming a traitor to the Diamond Kingdom. Yep. And of course, we have Zell and him team up to take on Letros. And of course, they mentioned these two have things. There's two ways to take him down. One, basically overload him, or two, use anti-magic. And he knows somebody he knows at least one person who knows how to use anti-magic. And Zell does too. They know the same person, which they're going to meet up with in the next episode. Yep. So they can basically drag Letros along to have Asha take him out, which is going to be quite interesting. And of course, the episode ends with Fauna basically still in the fight, despite the fact it looked like her salamander was killed. Nope, he's still alive and well. That's what it looks like for next week's episode. Overall, really damn good episode. I thoroughly enjoyed. Heck, they even had this really cool scene of Domina basically fixing up some of the golems to help out, which apparently cost her like 3,000 yen in materials. Like, only cost you that much? Okay, fine. Yep. Overall, fantastic episode. Looking forward to next week. It looks like that next week's episode is that Fauna is going to reunite with her former boyfriend. Yep. Now on to the news chapter of the manga. Thing starts off what looks like that the Black Bull headquarters has basically become how should I put this? It's become like a robot where it transforms. Yeah, it's basically it's like the writer really likes transforming robots. So he transformed the Black Bull headquarters into a frickin' Megazord. Yeah, it's like power up, or at least kind of reminds me of the headquarters for SPD, where it transformed into a Megazord as well. This is very similar. Yep, and this thing actually takes on the forces of the Eye of Midnight Sun. Takes them out. Takes some of them out pretty quickly. Yeah, one person basically is shocked to see this. And of course, let's see. Where's that page here? There's a really funny page. Like, panel is like, yeah, where Noah is like, what took you so long? Like, yeah, and the reason it took so long is they wanted to activate the Black Bull headquarters, would basically become a bull on legs. And it takes out, and Yuma basically, Yami's having a blast basically seeing this. And then we see one of the characters look like from like a giant ball to try to crush the headquarters. Which of course it does. And then we see, looks like, I don't remember his name, where he's with his sister. And he has his hand basically in a place where it's not supposed to be. Yeah, it's a character who's obsessed with his sister. I don't remember his name. It is, yeah, where he's basically with his sister. And chapter kind of ends with her, looks like she's activating some kind of power. And of course, then we had this little QB moment of Ash look like he's eating, reading, and training. And you have one of the team members just basically watching him. And we had this little cute little panel, a cute little thing of, well, I don't remember the guy's name. I keep forgetting the guy's name. He's the one with little sister. Yeah, something really weird about him. I was like, anytime he looks at a picture of his sister, he always gives himself a nosebleed. It's like, why in the world he does this to his own sister? I mean, I get why in other anime guys might do this when they see beautiful women, but why in the world would he do this for his little sister? Why he's like every time he sees a picture of her, he's like having a nosebleed. Yeah, as far as I know, this has never been explained. Why in the world this is, or at least, I mean, yeah, he's got a cute little sister. Fine, whatever. But the nosebleed is kind of annoying. Overall, this chapter was really damn good, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading it. Yeah, and that's particularly it for this particular review. I know it's probably a little shorter than probably a little bit usual when it comes to Black Clover reviews. But yeah, two things are really good when it comes to Black Clover. So yeah, that's particularly it for this review. Stay tuned for my review of Ace Attorney. That one is next, okay? But until you see you in my next review, bye.